Human trafficking is slavery.
And it happens all over America.
Any child, any woman, any man could potentially become a victim of human trafficking.
I am a victim of labor trafficking.
I was victim of child sex trafficking, but now I own my body.
Human trafficking is any kind of forced labor.
It can happen to anybody.
I am a mother.
I am an author.
I am a son.
I'm an advocate.
I am an educator.
I'm a sister.
I am a brother.
I'm so much more than what happened to me.
I am strong.
I am brave.
I am outspoken.
I am compassionate.
I am a survivor.
I'm a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor.
I am a survivor of human trafficking.
"30 years ago, there were not many services for victims.
Our concern for crime victims rests on far more than simple recognition that it could happen to any of us. All of us have an interest in seeing that justice is done not only to the criminal, but also for those who suffer the consequences of his crime.
Mission accomplished.
The first services that sprang forth as a result of the Victims of Crime Act really elevated the needs that victims have beyond a criminal legal response.
VOCA changed the way we were able to provide services for crime victims. It created that funding stream for programs that didn't exist prior to that.
All right. VOCA was a watershed moment for victims because for the first time we recognized that victims really had a place in the process and that protecting their rights mattered.
I have a lot of pride, actually, in the evolution of the field and its understanding of who it is we're here to serve. When we look at racial disparities with respect to crime and the unique challenges that are faced by immigrants, LGBTQ people who are victims of crime, in order to meet victims where they are, provide what they need, we need to be able to adapt and to modify.
In the 10 years that I have been training the military, I have seen great strides made in protecting victim rights. The Navy just stood up our Victim Legal Counsel program, and it's from this point forward, all of our victims of sexual assault will be entitled to their own attorney, which is just cutting edge and very, very exciting. That person will stay with them until the legal issues are resolved. So they will be their lawyer until the case is closed. By giving them somebody to fight just for them, only for their interests, you allow them the ability to be heard.
Please raise your right hand.
The idea is to bring people together to really find where are points of connection and where can we join.
We see crimes in a very different way today. Over the years, as the times have changed, the crimes are changing. There were no identity theft crimes. Issues like human trafficking. We are now seeing mass violence and terrorism.
Unfortunately, our ranks of victims and survivors are growing every day. My daughter, Jessie, she was just in a theater watching a movie. Those Sandy Hook kids were just in their kindergarten and first grade classes. Sikh Temple, they just went to church. Tucson, they just went to the store. Yeah, this can happen anywhere, anytime, to anyone.
These are events that, under normal circumstances, I don't think any community is prepared to respond to. One of the things that we're doing now is creating a resource guide for communities around the country to use of all of the things that need to take place in order to prepare for an event should it happen.
It's never, ever going to be easy for any of us. But having somebody else out there that understands does help.
Trauma, as we know it, doesn't just start and stop. It's a very long process, and VOCA allows an individual over time to continue to receive the necessary support and services and funding to help them.
Victims are often so shocked by what's happened to them that they don't know where to turn. So when someone does reach out to them and say, "We're here for you," that is incredibly helpful.
What VOCA has done is to restore that balance, to give the victim a place at the table.
The field is really expanding its thinking about what constitutes justice and our deep commitment to providing what it is that people need.
Our laws represent the collective moral voice of a free society. Those principles will lose their meaning, and our citizens will lose faith in them if we concentrate solely on punishing criminals and ignore the suffering of victims of crime.